Here's why we stop doing what we know will help us. Welcome to episode number 11. Hi, I'm Clarinda, and you are listening to the Feel Light, Mind, and Body podcast, created for women like you. Women who are experiencing success in so many areas of life, but are struggling with weight loss, stress eating, and decreased energy. Losing weight can feel hard, heavy, and restrictive. That's why every week I will be offering you a different perspective, tips, encouragement, and a unique approach so that you can feel lighter in your mind and body rather than feeling deprived, frustrated, or discouraged. What if you could feel free, yet in control around food for the rest of your life? What if you could enjoy your experience of losing weight and getting healthier? You absolutely can. You're in the right place. Take this time for yourself and let's dive in. Ever wonder why you start something with excitement and then days or weeks later stop doing it? Stall or stop even when you really want the result that you would get if you stayed committed? You're not alone. That is why the second Friday in January is called International Quitters Day. Yep, it's a thing. Why? I think one of the biggest mistakes we make as humans is deciding something is beneficial for us, putting some effort in, getting some success, then slowly going back to old programming. Yes, mentally and physically, our old habits, our old way of thinking. Then we make it mean that it isn't the right fit, or I just don't have what it takes, which stops the momentum that we had going. Sometimes it's feeling guilty for the time or money we are spending on ourselves, when in actuality, in doing so, we are also benefiting those around us. How? When we feel better, when we aren't stuck in our own doubts or decreased self-confidence, when we aren't imagining what everyone else is thinking about us, then we can show up fully for those we love, for those we work with, and for those we serve. Sometimes we stop before we even start in an attempt to protect ourselves from failure, but we are also stopping the growth and the bigger possibility of achieving our heartfelt desires. So in actuality, we are failing ahead of time. Maybe you have read some of the testimonials I've shared and thought, good for them for losing that weight and changing their mindset. But what isn't always shared from their experience are the days where they didn't follow their plan or didn't even make a plan, where they mindlessly or emotionally ate. But those were only a few occasions compared to all of the days when they remembered their why and didn't focus on what they didn't do. As you've probably heard me say, they practice turning up the volume on the soundtrack that is supportive and turn down the volume of doubt, fear of failing, or excuses that our brain so readily offers us to keep us supposedly comfortable right where we are at. My members use the videos, guide sheets, and the most effective tool from Module 3 in my Feel Light, Mind, and Body program, along with the weekly coaching sessions, and they use these to refocus as needed. I love to help them get out of their funk. It's fun. It's one of my superpowers and why my company name is Clarinda's Empowerment Coaching. So why do you think you stop doing what you know will help you? Here are a few things to consider. Not having the needed support definitely influences the urge to quit. It can feel very lonely and discouraging when you hit a plateau or when it's feeling too hard to maintain. Not following through on what you had planned can trip up your mind. Again, it's what our brains do. But what you need to know is nothing has gone wrong. You aren't broken. You don't need to be fixed. You simply need support and empowering proven strategies and tools to help you not give up. You need the reminder that success isn't linear. Growth comes from the messy line. Stop quitting on yourself. You deserve more than that. Maybe you aren't reminding yourself or even believing that you are worth it, that it's worth feeling uncomfortable in order to feel more comfortable later that day, week, or year, that it's worth taking a risk because, in fact, you may be risking your future health by avoiding a risk now. What if you could truly believe that it is worth failing forward? The bottom line is you are worthy of feeling lighter in your mind and body and experiencing success and peace of mind. One of my clients, Patricia, has openly shared how she has grown and been supported through the Feel Light, Mind, and Body program. She says, Some of my messiest days helped me learn the most about myself. Because of your program, I was able to put that day in my past and start fresh the next day or the next meal with that new knowledge to help me make better choices in the future. She decided it was worth the time and energy to practice that skill and not give up. She decided to be open, willing, and practice allowing all of the emotions to be there while still continuing towards her goals. She learned how to deal with her emotions in a compassionate way instead of eating them. We are all a work in progress. We'll never be perfect because we have a human brain, but we can gain more mastery over the process in an empowering and loving way. Another reason we stop stems from the energy in which we started. If you start with a thought that you hate your body or even hate yourself, that can be motivating. And I'm just keeping it real. But how does that feel? Within days, it feels like crap because of all the beating yourself up that takes place, at least in the background of your mind. You know, that nagging negative voice. That is not needed. It isn't sustainable energy. It feels heavy, disrespectful, and unkind. Now, if that is truly how you feel, that's okay. Remember, I meet you where you are and then welcome and guide you into this lighter, more loving approach that you will love. I encourage you not to lose weight in order to love yourself more. Love yourself enough to do what is best for you now and your future self. Do you deserve to be healthier, freer, and feel in control? Yes, 100% yes. Hating yourself thin won't last. You will learn how to love yourself even more and deepen your relationship with yourself as you are working towards your desired goal. It's a beautiful thing. It's one of the best gifts you can give yourself. Your future self will never thank you for quitting, but she will definitely be forever grateful when she's able to run after grandchildren and go on amazing adventures without being out of breath or feeling exhausted after. Be willing to tell yourself the truth. Do an inventory of your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social health. What are you hesitant to say yes to and why? Are you wasting time and energy in your head without being visible on work video conferences or being worried about someone posting a picture of you that you haven't approved of? These are very real concerns and even fears that pop up in my inbox. And you know, it makes me even more passionate about helping you, your friends, family members, neighbors, and colleagues feel lighter, mind and body. Life is too short and precious to stay living in our heads. Instead, how would you love to embrace each moment and opportunity presented to you? How great will it feel to be open to receiving it? I know another reason that I quit a program quite a few years back. I simply got sick and tired of the menu. In fact, it took me a few years to enjoy chicken and broccoli again. It was also calorie-based, and I felt like I was starving most of the time. That's not how I wanted to live. The nurse in me also knew that I would probably rebound when I went back to eating a variety of foods again, and I did. Another reason you might quit is if you are losing weight for someone else. Maybe you think they will love you more or give you their approval if you do so. That, my friend, is not the right fuel to sustain you. I know. It's not a clean fuel. It's like you are putting watered-down cheap gas into your tank and wondering why you are sputtering so much. This is your journey, your life to live out to the fullest, to challenge your potential in a beautiful way. We could be here for hours if we talked about all of the reasons why we quit, but here are a few more to consider to see if you've been doing one or more recently, or maybe in the past. Punishing yourself by working out hard, depriving yourself because you ate bad food, put that in quotes, setting unrealistic expectations for yourself, and waiting until you reach your goal to believe you're worthy or to celebrate. These are not sustainable. No wonder you quit. They feel heavy and awful. Now let's review what will keep you from quitting, what will sustain your weight loss and have you feeling lighter in your mind and body. Notice how you feel when you hear me say them. 1. Loving yourself for who you are now. 2. Acknowledging your daily wins, big or small. 3. Moving your body in a way that you want to and at the appropriate time for you. And that might not be right now. Doing so before you let go of some weight might be hard on your joints. It's not needed. It's simply a healthy bonus for your health. I teach you how to lose weight in a way that regardless of whether you can or can't, whether you have the time to work out or not, you won't need to have to deal with the mental fatigue of yo-yoing by making it mean that if you can't exercise, you can't maintain your weight. That's an emotional roller coaster that we can easily name as frustrating discouragement. 4, a customized plan that includes food that you love and will enjoy. 5, knowing you are worthy and beautiful just as you are, and still deeming your health as a paramount priority. It's okay if weight loss is needed. It's okay and not vain if you simply want to be a certain shape or size or feel sexier. That's your prerogative and no one else's. Let any judgment go. 6, keep it simple. 7, make it so much easier by resetting your hunger hormones right at the beginning. And I teach you how. Then you simply eat when you are hungry and stop when you've had enough. Of course, that comes more easily once you've done the mindset work. 8, have accountability so that you don't give up in week 3 or 4. 9, do this virtually with other women who surprisingly think, feel, and act similarly to you. No, it's not just you who self-sabotages, even though your inner critic is telling you that it is. Nope, we all do it. We are human and hormonal. We are also smart and know how to apply the tools and hacks to prevent self-sabotage. It's fun and encouraging to celebrate each win together. 10, whether it's me or another qualified professional that you choose to work with, make sure there is an in-depth mindset component to the program or coaching process. I say in-depth because simply repeating affirmations or mantras or liking a quote will not make lasting internal shifts for you. That kind of mindset is pretty much everywhere you look. True mindset work will deepen your relationship with yourself and others. It will create a solid belief in your ability to face any unforeseen obstacle that will pop up, as that's part of what life does. In doing so, you won't throw up your hands in exhaustion or frustration. You will feel confident that you can apply the tools I provide for you or come to a coaching session and receive the help and support that you need. Okay, I'm going to stop at 10 to keep in my promised time frame for this podcast. However, this is not an inclusive list. We could continue with adding more, but what I want to offer you is the opportunity to get help and support in solving your problem of starting and stopping. I have developed this empowering 12-week course to help stop you from the things we just discussed. If you are listening to this on the day it comes out, this is literally the last day you can join right now. If you are listening to this later, you can still click on the Feel Light, Mind, and Body link in the description and add your name to the wait list, so you will get first dibs when I open this up again. But before you do, you should be aware of the side effects. Side effects. That's that nurse in me. Let's listen to the life and weight loss coach version of me. We'll say, let me share the added benefits. 1, joints not aching anymore or significantly less when 30 to 40 pounds are lifted off and your body isn't consuming as much inflammatory food. 2, tiredness is replaced with energy and your sleep is deeper and restorative. 3, you like yourself more. You feel comfortable in your clothes and in your birthday suit. 4, you will feel connected to yourself. You may notice yourself smiling as you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror or see a picture of yourself smiling in a group and really feeling quite good about the image instead of avoiding being in pictures or full of self-criticism. 5, you are taking care of yourself emotionally, physically, spiritually, socially, intellectually, and mentally. 6, your relationship with your partner will improve as you stay connected through your journey. And hey, if you are longing for that love to come into your life, you will have more space in your mind and life to attract that new relationship in with confidence. 7, you will save money on groceries. You will have more time to do more pleasurable things as you won't be thinking about or preparing food as much. Your self-image will improve as you see yourself becoming who you know deep down you are meant to be. We often put off things that aren't urgent, but waiting until it is urgent for your health makes it harder. It's still doable, but why not make losing weight an easier experience for you now. Don't waste any more time in discouragement. Don't accept defeat. Decide to stop the snowball effect together with other women who get you, who are experiencing various struggles, but who are willing to be open to a simple, unique, and effective approach. We are prone to notice what is going wrong and then resist that fact or make ourselves feel better by doing more of what will actually make it worse. I know, crazy, right? Yet we all spin out on that at some point until we pause and ask, what am I missing? Kathy Lester says, your program has helped me to love myself, to know I am worth it, and it is okay to have bad days or negative thoughts, just to acknowledge and know that I am okay, and it will be fine, and then continue moving forward. So instead of wallowing in it and indulging more in the negative emotion, or trying to escape it and make it feel better right now, Kathy is applying the empowered thinking she has learned in the past few months. She is learning that the temporary pleasure isn't truly serving her. She's accepting that it is a process and that she may still have times when she will give in to those unconscious habits of reaching for food or drink. But as she takes a few minutes to reflect back on it, she will continue to learn, to grow, and keep her focus on moving forward. It is so doable, my friend. Take this next step forward and feel assured that I will meet you where you are with compassion, not judgment, with belief in you, even if you are experiencing doubt and uncertainty. Then together, we will move forward in a beautiful and empowering way so that you can get the results you really, really want and deserve. I'm confident that this can be your lightest year yet in mind, body, and yes, in your heart. Now, do yourself the biggest favor. From love, take at least one action step from what you learned today. Knowledge without application won't give you the results that you desire. Let me know on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, what you are choosing to do and when. And yes, please leave a podcast review wherever you are listening to this. When people read your words and can see themselves in them, then you are contributing to women empowering other women. And that feels amazing. You just might change or save a life today.